Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Nathan ELEMENTofFROST, and we are back here yet again doing another episode prediction video for this week's up-and-coming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. This is Season 2, Episode 3, and I'm going to try to pronounce it right. Ouroboros? Is that it? Ouroboros or Ouroboros? I don't know what the fuck it is. You know what? If you guys want to crucify me in the comments, go for it, man. You know what? Go for it. Okay, so anyways, this episode title is one of the hardest that I've actually had to pronounce in The Walking Dead history and Fear the Walking Dead. And I don't know exactly what it means, okay? So from what I can see, you know, from OxfordDictionaries.com, you know, stuff like that, the definition here, it says a circular symbol depicting a snake or less commonly a dragon swallowing its tail as an emblem or of wholeness or infinity. So I don't really know what that would have to do with the episode. We could have, you know, some sort of an Easter egg in the episode that would, you know, lead to that, but we don't know, right? So we have no idea at this point. That's what I can gather, though, from online research and stuff like that, that's what that means. But other than that, we're not going to really take anything from the title, because again, I really have no idea. Anyways, as always, the synopsis, you guys can follow along on amc.com/fearthewalkingdead if you guys want to, but the synopsis for this episode is Madison confronts Strand about his mysterious destination. Nick, Alicia, and others inspect wreckage from a plane crash. So this episode is going to be pretty fucking amazing. It's going to be pretty sick, and I cannot wait for it. Just judging by the promos, and that's pretty much it. The sneak peek doesn't really tell us too much, and I believe we only have one sneak peek this week. I'm trying to find another one, you know, from Talking Dead, but I'm not sure that there is one, especially online, so I have no idea, honestly. But we're going to go with the one sneak peek and the one promo here, and we're going to break it down for you guys. And I'm telling you, man, we'll start off with the sneak peek because it goes a little slower. Basically, the sneak peek is just, you know, talking about Strand. It's Strand on a walkie-talkie. You know, he's saying, please pick up, please pick up. And they do. We don't hear their voices or anything. And we hear him talking to this guy saying, you know, we're almost there, blah, 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 blah. And that's pretty much it. And the cellular connection, or whatever you want to call it, the radio connection, gets cut off, unfortunately, for him. But it's definitely very, very important that he talks to whoever he actually wants to talk to, right? So, you know, getting more into the development of the Strand character, we still don't know what his ulterior motives are, right? We know that he has one now, like, for sure. We've always had that, you know, expectation that he did have one. And we always had that theory and the thought that, you know, he wasn't just a nice guy that, fortunately enough, met Nick in episode 5 of season 1. And, you know, they escaped together, stuff like that. They got to his house, you know, got some supplies, and then got on top of a boat, you know, in season 2, in the start of season 2, which was obviously the Abigail. And he's just doing all of this out of the kindness of his heart, right? We don't see that, right? We never really saw that. You know, that's what the characters saw. But even them, now, they're starting to question, you know, what the hell he's actually doing. Especially since, you know, last episode, Daniel actually found the maps and everything like that in a hidden compartment in the ship. And it basically, you know, pointed to them going to Mexico. That's wherever they were going, right? That was their destination, or that was his destination at least. And obviously we can assume that Daniel actually went ahead and told Madison about that. Maybe told Travis, you know, stuff like that as well. We just don't know at this point. But from the promo, we can strongly assume that he definitely told Madison about the Mexico plan. Whether or not he told anybody else, I guess that, you know, we'll find out in this week's episode. But in the promo, we get to see some really intense action and, you know, really intense confrontation between Madison and between Strand, because Madison's straight up confronting him, yelling at him, asking him if we're going to Mexico. And she's basically demanding, you know, that he answer her and, you know, be truthful about it. But will we finally get to see, you know, what his true intentions are? Is he going to reveal it? You know, is he really just talking to a family member? Is he talking to some sort of mercenary military group that just, you know, is no good? We don't know at this point. You know, is Strand a good guy, or is he a bad guy? Is he sort of neutral? We really don't know. at this point, we're getting the, impression that he is a good guy because he actually saved our survivors' lives and stuff like that. But then again, we've seen people before use people for different things. And, for example, Eugene used Abraham and Rosita and some of the rest of the group as well. Used them, convincing them that he's going to DC to save the world, when in fact he was just using them to survive. So that's exactly what Strand could be doing. We really don't know, right? So I am excited to see, more development, with Strand and everything like that. And I think we're going to get development out of the other characters as well, because we're going to see them sort of, strengthening up and, getting the courage and everything like that to confront Strand about their issues. And I think they're going to develop as a character, as well. So I'm excited to see that this Sunday. That's definitely going to be a pretty cool development on the boat, while the rest of them are inspecting the plane crash, which leads me to my next awesome opinion about this episode. We are finally going to get to see what happened to Flight 462. Was it 462? I think it was 462. Now, don't 100% take my word for it. I think it was 462. Now, if you guys have been watching that miniseries, we know that was part of Fear the Walking Dead, and it was already revealed that one character would actually survive, the plane attack and everything like that. That plane miniseries, that 16-part series that we had, throughout the whole Walking Dead series of season 6, which was it was pretty damn cool in my opinion. I did like it. It was a nice addition, to the commercials and stuff like that. It actually gave us a reason to watch them. Which I did. I still fast forward most of them because I do record it on my DVR. And then, obviously when I see that come up, I basically, just pause the commercial, watch the Flight 462 part, and, continue. And they also posted them all online, so it's all over the YouTube channel. It's all over the AMC.com website. Go check them out. They actually did end up putting all the parts together in one, big video. So if you guys want to go check that out, make sure you do so. It's pretty entertaining to watch the whole thing start to finish without having to start another video. I definitely enjoyed that a little bit more. So I did actually watch it again. And watching it again, as a whole, got me to sort of care about the characters a little bit more on that plane. And I'm happy to say that I'm not sure what her name is. I'm not sure what her name is. It probably slipped in there once or twice. Just didn't really, I guess, catch it. But I don't want to say the Asian woman. We'll go with that because I'm not actually sure what her her origins are, or whatever you want to call who whatever, however, fuck. I'm gonna get roasted in the comment section now below because I don't know the fucking origins of this lady. I would say the main protagonist of the plane, the woman, is the one who actually survives, pleasingly enough. I did like her. I did enjoy her character. Again, I didn't catch her name, so unfortunately, if you guys know her name, let me know in the comment section below. But in this promo, we actually get to see her, and we know that now she survives the plane crash, which, spoiler alert, it's a crash. I mean, you can see that in the synopsis if you guys want to go check that out again. AMC.com, you guys can follow along and everything like that. I mean, it's an episode prediction, so if you guys thought you weren't going to get spoilers, I mean, come on, don't be silly. So yeah, we get to see that she survives, and she is actually running down on top of the group. They're sort of on shore, they're investigating the plane crash, and we get to see her run over the hill and basically, tell Daniel, which Daniel's actually holding a gun at this point, say, she tells him, get out of here, run, they're coming. And just as she says that, doesn't a entire horde of walkers come over the horizon of the island? There's a little hill there, a blind spot basically, and they just started coming over the hill, and it does not look good for the survivors. They're trapped on the island. They can't just relay to the boat and get the hell out of there. They're trapped on the island. The best thing they would do is just, start swimming, but we already know how that works out. Walkers can't swim per se, but they can definitely float. So I don't think it would be safe, even swimming at that point. But who knows? It might be a little safer than trying to fight them all off at once. But it looks to me that that's what's actually happening, is they're trying to fight them off. So we see them sort of making a stand. Nick looks like he's getting attacked in some sort of a ditch, or something like that. He's getting attacked by a walker in what looks to be just a plaid shirt, which does look, pretty insane. Now, again, the walkers don't look like walkers per se, as, we've seen them in The Walking Dead. They're not rotted yet. The apocalypse just started, I'd say, maybe a week or two ago. And, we don't get to see that stuff yet. But we definitely will. And I'm very, very excited for it. So, like I said, he's in some sort of a ditch or his back against a hill, something. And he's fighting off a walker. It does not look good for Nick, but he is controlling it. And that's pretty much all we get to see right there. So what happens with Nick? We have no idea at this point. But it looks pretty damn cool. It really, really does. And the rest of them are making a stand on the shore, fighting off some walkers. We see Alicia holding one back and, just starting to slice up and everything like that. And it looks really, really cool and really, really intense. Hopefully we actually have a pretty good fight and it doesn't end on a cliffhanger. Them just starting to get attacked. Hopefully it's somewhere near the middle of the episode or, something like that, where we can actually see, the beginning and the end of the fight. I think that would be very, very good for the episode and very, very good for the series as a whole. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. I am very, very excited to see the addition, of the girl from the 462 flight part miniseries that we had. Very, very excited to see her appearance on Fear the Walking Dead. She is supposed to be joining the cast, the main cast and everything like that, so it will be entertaining. Will she join them on the boat? What's going to happen? We're going to get more character development out of her as well, which is actually pretty exciting because we've only had about 16 parts, about a minute long, and we just didn't have, too much with her. And now that we actually get to see her on the main Fear the Walking Dead show, which I was expecting was going to be a few episodes more before we actually get to see her arrival, but it's actually episode 203, which is pretty insane. Again, Ouroboros, or however the hell you want to pronounce it, crucify him in the comment section if you must, but I'm very excited for this episode, and hopefully you guys are as well. I'm going to be tuning in this Sunday on AMC. It is the 24th of April, that's when it airs, as well as this Sunday, Game of Thrones premieres with Season 6 as well. If you guys want to see my thoughts and opinions on Game of Thrones, let me know in the comment section below, and I can most likely make that happen. I don't know if it's going to become a weekly series or anything like that. I just don't have the time for something like that, because I like to keep my gaming videos in with The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead as well. So Game of Thrones will be sort of hard to do a weekly prediction and weekly, review series on that as well as Fear the Walking Dead. But I can definitely do it once in a while on some, big episodes like the premiere or the finale or, something like that. So if you guys would be interested in seeing my opinions on Game of Thrones, let me know in the comment section below as well. And I also told you guys before, I'm still down for making the WWE and NXT and everything like that, reviews and predictions and stuff like that. For major pay-per-views, I can give you my thoughts and opinions on some storylines that are developing as well. But other than that, this is about Fear the Walking Dead, and that's essentially it. I'm done promoting other shit, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys agreed with me in anything in this episode, that's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to see a lot of character development of Strand and the others as well as survivors, because again, it looks to me like they're taking on their first zombie horde, and they actually have to fight to survive. We actually see Nick struggling at one point, and we also get to see the addition of the lady from Flight 462. So hopefully you guys will be tuning in. I sure as hell will be, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, everybody.